On any given month, and sometimes any given day, we can have anywhere from 130 to 200, over 200 animals here, depending on litters of puppies, large dogs, small dogs. Mm-hmm. We've got about 48 kennels in our adoption area and about 28 in our holding area, and that's about what we have. That's it for the space. Mm-hmm. We have 3 ways to alleviate our space issues. The first is obviously to adopt the dog or puppy out. The second is to use our foster care network, and we have a very large foster care network to take in the animals when we begin to have a space issue. The third is to transfer to our many, many, many rescue organization partners throughout the United States.
Laverne was this really special, sweet dog. I started fostering her because I'd come in every day and she would be hiding underneath her blankets. So people would literally, I would talk to an adopter, I'd be like, oh, have you met Laverne yet? She's really nice. And they're like, oh, we thought that was an empty kennel. We didn't think anybody was in there. So I was like, okay, if nobody's seen her, nobody's going to adopt her. I thought I'd have her for a couple weeks. I didn't think it was going to be very long because she was just such a well-behaved dog, and she's cute and she's small, and a lot of people, small dogs usually go pretty quickly. And I held it together while I was at work, and then I went home and I cried a little bit because I went home and she wasn't in the window, and she was always in the window. They were just a perfect match. I couldn't have asked for somebody better.
Sprinkles, an 8-year-old dog, and in addition to the fact that this particular dog doesn't get along with cats and dogs, she has a potential mammary gland tumor. And she needs to have a biopsy, and if it's positive, has it metastasized, and all of that could have been prevented, the tumor, if they'd simply spayed the dog, but they didn't. Chances are we'll go ahead and try and do a rescue organization, check with them and see if someone might be interested in taking on that responsibility. But most rescue organizations, just like we are, have limited funds, and when you're talking oncology or cancer treatment and all of that, that's kind of difficult. On occasion, there'll be a collision between space and our ability to place those animals in those other outlets, because either our adoption kennels are all completely filled, our holding kennels are filled, our foster care homes are filled, our rescue transfer partners are all at capacity. And on a situation like that, we generally will look, not only at just the space issue, but we'll look at each individual animal, and sometimes we'll use medical reasons or age to unfortunately make a very difficult decision. Every decision I make is agonizing.